It's 2012 ACC Operation Basketball. I'm Jeff Fischel with Maryland head coach Mark Turgeon. Year two, so you're not the new guy. You're not just settling in. What's it like now to be in that second year to be kind of settled in a little bit?
Much more relaxing. I'll say that. Being a head coach at Maryland's never relaxing, but I'm much more at ease. Staff and I are same staff, so we're much further along. Have about 7 returning players that are helping me teach the new guys, and I know what I'm getting into. I had no idea what I was getting into last year, and you know, don't remember much about media day last year because my head was spinning, and we'll remember this one. But it's much more relaxed, and really looking forward to year two.
So you said you didn't know what you were getting into. Any surprises, good or bad, about last year?
Not really. You know, it's a good league, good coaches. Surprise was the league was a little bit longer and taller than I was anticipating, which, you know, so when you're out recruiting, you got to figure out how to handle that. But it was about what I expected. You know, a very good league that's well coached, that's passionate about basketball, and a lot in an area of the country where people really care about basketball.
Now, one job now for this year is replacing Terrell Stoglin's production. How do you do that as a coach? Where do you find points?
Well, we have some good returning players that have gotten better, and we've added some pieces that can really score. I feel like, you know, if we play 9 players in a game, I feel like all 9 guys are capable of getting 10 to 15 points a game. That won't happen, obviously, but they're all capable of doing that. So we'll do it by committee. We were an outside-in team last year. We're kind of an inside-out team this year, which is usually a little bit more productive, and you shoot a little bit higher percentage, and you get to the foul line a little bit more. So we'll do it by committee, and we're much deeper. Last year, most of the year, we had 7 scholarship players. We'll have 9, 10, you know, healthy, good scholarship players this year.
Talking about inside and outside, 2 sophomores you'll be relying on for both, Alex Len and Nick Faust. Talk about those guys and what you need from them this year.
Well, first of all, Nick had a great freshman year, was really good down the stretch for us. Had to play point guard. Kind of fell in love with it, to be honest with you. Really likes being a point guard. So he'll still play a little point for us this year. How much we'll see as the year goes on. Nick has become a very good defender for us, a lockdown defender, and he needs to continue to do that. You got to have a mentality to do that, which he will. I'd like to get Nick off the ball some because I think he's a tremendous offensive rebounder. Give him a chance to offensive rebound for us a little bit. So we're counting on Nick, you know, a lot for this year. Alex Len, probably the most improved player of the returning players. Put on about 20, 25 pounds over the summer. He's up to about 250. Knows the language. He's much more physical, which he needs to be. He's much tougher physically and mentally. Has a feel, has developed a low post game, which he needs to be successful. And he still has, you know, we're going to allow him to stretch it and shoot threes this year. He's shooting a lot more jump shots in practice. He's one of our better shooters, to be quite honest with you. And so we're going to use Alex in a variety of ways, and they're both, you know, paramount in our success.
I saw last month you guys worked out for 2 days with Navy SEALs. What was that like?
Well, it was great. Having so many new players and not knowing where our leadership was going to come from, it was a chance to find out who our leaders were going to be, and then also build team chemistry, and we got both out of that. The one thing that I loved was we have more leaders than I thought, and so it was a great 4 hours for us that we worked with these Navy SEALs, and I think our players really enjoyed it.
Maryland Terrapins trying to build on a 17-15 season last year. Year 2 now for Coach Mark Turgeon. You're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.